Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today we're going to talk to you about older and newer Traxxas connectors, more specifically though, the new Traxxas ID connectors. Now, this is a new style of connector, pretty good quality actually. Seems to be actually a little bit better than the older style, but it's also a lot more bulkier. Now, some people, I've seen a few videos, they're concerned like, oh, you can't plug this to this. Well, actually you can. This is an older style connector, okay, for your male end. It plugs in just fine to the Traxxas ID connector. That's not a problem, okay? Even if you go the opposite direction, okay, you're still fine. You can use the older and newer connectors together on your Traxxas RCs, okay? Or if you're a Traxxas fan like I am of these connectors, I put them on all my RCs, okay? I really like the Traxxas power connectors. They're very high current. They're nice, you know, they're not flimsy or cheapy. And like I said, they are high current connectors, and I really like these things. And they're just an awesome thing to solder together, and you don't even need shrink tube, which is great. But they do work fine with the ID connector. Obviously, that is not going to be an issue, okay? Now, with the NIM packs, even your older NIM packs, with the old style connector will plug into the new ID charger port for the NIM packs. Not a big deal, works just perfect, okay? Where you're going to have the issue is with the LiPo batteries from Traxxas with the new ID connectors, because instead of having a balance wire out the side now on the Traxxas batteries, everything's all integrated through the cables and into the connector, okay? And therefore, you will need to do one of two things. Either buy a new Traxxas LiPo charger to be compatible with ID, or if you're running a regular hobby grade charger, okay, which is a lot less expensive and more features, then you just buy an adapter kit so you can use the Traxxas ID connectors from your LiPo batteries on a regular hobby grade charger. So it is a connector kit you have to buy, okay? But that's the only thing that's the changeover in that. I don't personally support Traxxas on their batteries. They don't make a very high discharge rate battery for their LiPos, and they don't really make enough milliamps of batteries size-wise that I need to be able to use, okay? So I don't support Traxxas for LiPos. I technically don't even really like using NIMs anymore except in my SCX10. I prefer to run NIMs in that instead of LiPos because of weight. I need the weight. LiPos don't weigh much in comparison, so I use NIM packs in my SCX10 crawler. But everything else, I'm a LiPo freak, okay? But the older and newer are not a problem going together. They connect the same way as always. No big deal. Even if you're running a LiPo battery from Traxxas with the new ID connector, it still plugs in to the old style connector on your vehicle. So that's not going to be an issue for you guys. Okay, so don't worry about going freaky, going, oh my god, do I got to buy all this new stuff? No, you don't. The only thing you got to buy new is going to be an adapter kit for a regular hobby grade charger for charging Traxxas batteries that have the ID connector on them. Okay, that's only for the LiPos. NIMs, you're still as always, okay? Not a problem. Doesn't matter if it's an ID connector or not, because you don't balance the cells in an NIM pack. In a LiPo, you have to balance the cells out. With NIM packs, you don't. So there's the big difference there. I don't know why Traxxas switched to the new style connector. Maybe they thought, well, it's less chance of breaking wires or something. I don't see any real difference. I mean, I've got 6 Traxxas machines my own. My wife's got one too. You just tuck the little cable in there and away you go, you know. But thing is, I also, like I said, I don't run Traxxas batteries. I run regular everyday LiPos. Traxxas batteries for years with the LiPos, they've always had the wire sticking out the side. They just figured, I guess we'll make this a new design, which also made it so that they could make more money off you too, because if you don't want to use a Traxxas charger with ID connectors with it, then you have to be forced to buy an adapter kit for your hobby grade charger, like your IMAX B6, Team Grade Hobbies, your High Techs, any of those chargers, okay, that are not Traxxas logoed, okay, you will have to buy the adapter kit if you expect to charge your Traxxas new version LiPos with the new ID connector. So that's basically all I want to touch on, guys. So yeah, don't worry, you can still plug the new style plugs into your RCs, not a big deal. It works perfect, as you can see here, you know, not a big deal. It just looks weird, you know, it's like right and narrow, you know, like it kind of looks weird, but plugs in, works perfect. You just gotta be aware that with the LiPo batteries, they will also plug in to these older connectors. The LiPos will plug into your old style connectors on your truck, but it's when you go to charge those new LiPos with a new ID connector from Traxxas, you either buy the Traxxas charger